It's Thursday, May 28th, and we came up, Landon and I did, to do some roosting. And we got up here, and they were disking and planting the fields all around the area we wanted to roost. We went down to a different corner. Didn't hear anything though down by the state. And so we decided to drive up this area. We parked a ways away and came up to the field that they already planted. As we headed up the edge of the field, we got about halfway across the field, maybe 3/4 of the way up the field, not into it, but staying on the hedgerow, and we saw a bird cross the field and headed over towards the woods. So we didn't see it anymore. We got down closer to it, or we kept walking closer that way, and all of a sudden I saw two what looked like Toms or Jakes right on the edge of the field as I came over a little rise. So I dropped down and we got over close to the woods, and we sat there for about 5-10 minutes. We didn't hear any fly-ups or anything like that. We moved a little bit more because, of course, curiosity killed the cat, right? I should have just ducked out then. We walked a little bit closer, and there was nothing in that corner where we saw them, so we figured they ducked into the woods. They probably saw me when I saw them. Well, anyways, as we were standing there, a bird flew off the bank right next to us. This goes like straight downhill from here. And one flew off, so I said, Landon, let's get the heck out of here. So we're beating feet. We're trying to get out before we spook everything in here. And we got a game plan for the morning. There's a big oak right in that vicinity right there. It's about halfway up onto the knoll. There's pines above it, and there's a bank below it. And we're figuring the one flew off the bank. I saw 2 or 3 birds though, so the other one's got to be in that area. They just disked this and seeded it with corn like 2 hours ago, so I think the birds are up there investigating, and I think they're going to come right back out into this field in the morning. That's my gut instinct. We'll see if that comes true or not. Trying to decide on decoys. Anyway, we're gonna come up here. We're gonna try to get in place by 4:30, 4:45, and get right on the edge of that field. And hopefully they'll come up in. And if we have decoys out, I don't know. I'm not the decoy man, really. So maybe not. Gotta think about it. But we saw birds, right, Landon? Yeah. That was exciting. Landon said, "Oh!" That turkey scared him when it flew off. So, anyways, we're just about 9 o'clock now. We're gonna go home, get to bed, and get up here. Landon shot the 20 gauge. I shot the 12 gauge. It's ready for, his is ready for him. Mine's ready for Joy. We're setting up a plan if there's 2 birds. 1, 2, boom. Right, Landon? Yeah, not 1, 2, 3, boom. Shoot on 3. But safety's #1 priority, and then we'll go from there. All right, everybody. You'll see us after the siesta. Is that how the cool kids say it? Yeah, no. We'll see you in the morning. Hasta mañana. Good morning, everybody in YouTube land. It is Friday the 29th. It's 4:05. And I have my lovely wife. She is up. She is not super stoked, but she's up. She's like, will you let me wake up, please? I'm trying to. We told Landon we'll be at his place at 4:15. So, breakfast has been accomplished. Some frosted mini wheats for Joy, some honey nut Cheerios for me. Now we are gonna go get on it. Super exciting. There are birds. We know where they're at, or they're at least their location close to where they're at. We blew one off the roost. I think it was a hen, but I'm not sure. So we're gonna get there and we're gonna get set up. I'm still thinking about putting the decoys out in the freshly planted field, hoping that's the right call. So we are gonna finish getting around. We're gonna brush the pearly whites. We're gonna splash some water on our faces, maybe try to go potty before we leave, and then we're gonna meet you up there. So stay tuned, stick close, because it might happen. See you in a bit. It's 4:44. We're just about to the edge. We hike down the field. It's like 61 or 62 degrees. The sun's gonna come up behind our shoulder. So I don't know if I'll get a sunny sunrise video, but maybe. But that taller tree right there is about where we're gonna be. We're right down at this corner. The field is about 100 yards wide, I think. Maybe 120. And try to get into a good spot and get concealed and wait for fly down and stick the decoys about 10 yards away from us. Give them something to look at. Alright. We'll see you when you can see. It's about 5:20 and we haven't heard anything yet. We're set up about 4 or 5 yards off the edge of the just freshly planted cornfield where the turkeys were standing last night. We're hoping they didn't roost too far into the woods here, but feel like they're going to come out to this spot. Everything's waking up in the woods. And just hoping that the birds will fly down soon or gobble so we know where they're at. We're about 10 yards apart between Landon and Joy and I. And we're both sitting on some pretty good sized trees and we're just pretty brushed in, so hopefully the camouflage is good enough and hopefully they're tempted by this freshly plowed field to come on out. We'll see in a little bit. We've heard 2 different gobbles down the bank. And we heard one hen just go pop, 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 just a little bit. And we're just kind of hanging out, seeing what else sounds off. Show you the setup. See the cornfield there. We've got a hen and a jake right there in front of us. Say they're about 10 yards. We're hoping that something's just come strolling up into, I'm figuring it's going to pop into the corner down to the left and work their way out. So we're just going to sit here and wait to see what transpires. Hopefully it's exciting. We'll see. I just heard a fly down below us, and a hen's yelping now. And a gobble just happened too. See if she brings her boyfriend up here for us. Tom just gobbled for her. I don't know if she's gonna come up here to the field, or if she's gonna go to him. Well, we've heard about 3 or 4 gobbles, and that's it. We heard that hen down below us, and she walked away into the state land instead of coming out into the field. And one Tom gobbled at her, and that was, I think, the last gobble we heard. So, I don't know. I'm gonna hang out here for a little minute, but might go on the search. Well, we kind of blew the last hunting location. That hen came down early, heard gobbles, heard everything else going on. And we waited for quite a while, never heard anything for a while. And we kind of decided that nothing was going to come out in that field. So, about 7:30. So like we heard that hen at 6. Or before 6, and figured I'd heard a couple fly downs. Anyways, we were walking out on the bottom edge of that field to get back to the vehicle, and we heard a turkey fly out of a tree, like right near the field at 7:30. So then we're like, oh, well, that was kind of weird. Probably just, you know, one that decided not to get out of the tree yet. Or maybe it was on the ground, we couldn't tell because we just heard it fly. Then like 5 seconds later, another one blew out of a tree. And then we were like, man, that really was weird. And then we walked a little bit farther, and another one blew out of the tree. It was like 3 turkeys still in the roost at 7:30. But we'd already made up our minds that we were leaving, and then when we started blowing turkeys out of trees, we definitely decided to leave. So Joy went home. She kind of got a headache. Got her up too early. Tried to get her to go to bed last night, and it was too early for her. She couldn't go to sleep when it was light, so she came to bed about 10:30. So now she's not feeling great because she got up too early. So she's probably going to bed. We're back in the area where I shot my birds. Haven't been up here in like a week and a half. And as late as it is in the season, who knows? I've never hunted this late in the season, so I usually gave up by now. So we're gonna do our best. It's like 9 o'clock, 9:15 maybe by now. And we're just kind of gonna slow play it and see if we can hear something. So we'll let you know how it goes. Millipede. That water bottle's loud. Landon's currently getting the John Voss treatment. We're headed down into the gully and up over the other side. We haven't heard anything yet. Haven't seen anything but deer. We're learning a little bit about contour maps and when the lines are really close or really far apart. If you guys know what I'm talking about, down below, let us know. Maybe you can give Landon some pointers on ways to walk or where to go. Right now, we're on a not so close together lines, but it's still kind of looks like it is. But the other side, the lines get really close together. So if you know what that means, you know it's exciting. Landon's super excited about it. Right, Landon? Yeah. Close contour lines, that's where it's at. Careful. Ground slippery. Hold on to that tree, but there's not a lot of life to it. We're almost to the creek. Sure is peaceful and a little cooler down here. Check this out, buddy. This is where all the deer go. Here, let's switch this around. That's the deer path going down in. It's because it's the easiest spot. All right, we're headed down. Watch your step. Landon's gun is unloaded, so if he does slip, he's okay. Being safe. We haven't loaded it yet, actually, because we've been just walking around. Once we hear something, we'll get sat down and he'll load. There we go. Nice, beautiful little trickling waterfall over there. Get too hot, Landon, we'll just lay down in this sucker.
Here.
Alright, and then it's up.
That'll be fun.
We'll try to find a spot maybe over that way that's not as steep. Okay, we'll let you know when we get to the top and if we hear anything. What time is it, Landon?
12:04.
12:04. New York says no more hunting. 12 o'clock, bullet came out of the chamber, so that's enough, and we figured we'd hear a gobble right away because the turkeys know what time it is. So it got a little windy today, and the turkeys have been hassled for 29 days. So we came up to here where we haven't been. I haven't been up here in a couple weeks, but we didn't start up here. The turkeys, who knows exactly where they're at, and with as windy as it was, and we never heard anything. Saw a lot of scratchings. We started this morning, and it's been really pressured up in that area where we started. And like I said, I think I told you, I don't remember what I told you. Anyways, I've told a couple people that as we were walking out, turkeys were flying out of trees at 7:30. And I think when they're highly pressured like they have been up that way, I think they kind of hang out in the trees a little longer and don't take that for a definite, because I'm not definite on that, but I think that was probably about part of it. They've been pressured. They just got done plowing and planting yesterday. There's a lot of stuff going on, and they're like, I don't know if we're coming straight out of the tree or not. One hen did, and she took off the other way, and we heard some gobbles, but that was it. And then those 3 different birds took off on us. So anyways, we're learning. Landon's learning a bunch. Every day we come out, I point something new out to him or whatever. He says he likes turkey hunting. After one day, hearing one gobble, he says, I think I'm going to do this more often. So tomorrow, plan is to go out with Ian first thing in the morning, I think. See if we can get something to happen, but he's got to leave by 7 or 7:30. So I'm going to find out. Either Landon's going to go with us first thing, and then we're just going to stick around up there and see what happens, or I'm going to leave from taking Ian and come grab Landon, and we're going to head out. How many days left, Landon?
2.
Landon says, we can go out on Sunday too, if we need to. Well, guess what? If you're wanting to tag out, you got 2 days left and 1 turkey per day. So you'd have to go out on Sunday. But I'm hoping to just hear one and maybe even get a shot. That'll be great. We're going to get out of this wind. Tree branches are falling here or there. I mean, it's not terrible, but we're hearing them. So, just want to thank you guys for watching. We're hoping to keep bringing content, and we're hoping to see a bird tomorrow, or hear one anyway, so we'll see if we can make that happen. Anything else, Landon? You got anything, buddy?
I don't think so.
Nope. Alright, well, he's very, very talkative when the camera's off. I think he got up at 3 o'clock this morning and couldn't go to sleep. It was like Christmas. So, he's probably going to be tired for the rest of the day. Okay, hey, like, subscribe, share, comment below, because we love the comments. Each video that we've put out, we've got like 1 or 2 comments on. Say something on there. If you watch the thing, just say, hey, I watched. Or, hey, somebody needs a haircut, Landon. Or something like that. Somebody told me yesterday that my beard had white in it. I told them they're lying. Anyways, all right. We'll see y'all later. Thanks for watching. We love you. God loves you. And we'll see you next time. Landon, no picking your nose.
Thanks. Scratch that.
No scratching your nose on film. All right. See ya.
See you later.
Give me some. Trying to see if I can get a bumblebee on video on here. They're really working it.